The Ballad of Arts University Bournemouth. A tragedy in 50 acts. Oh, my sweet summer children, gather round, let me tell you the tale of Arts University Bournemouth, where dreams go to die like plants in a dorm room forgotten over winter break. Picture this, a place that promises to nurture your creativity, to polish your talent like a precious gem, but instead grinds it into dust with the delicate touch of a bulldozer. Let us begin with the glorious parking situation, or should I say, the mythical parking situation, because finding a spot here is like searching for a unicorn in a Tesco parking lot. Manfred Rodriguez, poor soul, missed lectures because of this. Imagine paying thousands to attend, only to circle the lot like a vulture until you give up and cry in your car. Why? Because the university would rather squeeze in extra tuition-paying bodies than ensure their students can actually attend class. Greed, darlings, pure, unfiltered greed. And oh, the care they show their students. Anna Carter called Eatery not a person here, Uray a number, a barcode they scan before tossing you into the meat grinder of their system. If you collapse from exhaustion, they just step over you to get to the next paycheck, I mean student. But wait, it gets better. Enter Extrashoxma, our tragic heroine, a VFX film and television student who learned the hard way that promises here are as empty as the lecture halls. First year, in person, they chirped. Second year, psych, online now, no warning, just vibes. And when a predator in her accommodation left her traumatized, the university's response was chef's kiss, perfection in incompetence. Here's a new room, good luck with the police report, lol, no support, no safety, just a shrug and an invoice for next term's fees. Disability services, a joke, student support, a ghost town, communication. Practically mythical. They changed attendance rules after the term started, forcing Extrashoxma to commute from London for one class a week. And when she begged for help, silence, crickets. The sound of 1,000 emails disappearing into the void. And the BFX tickets, the betrayal, last year, free, this year, pay up, peasant. Meanwhile, tuition costs more than a kidney on the black market. But sure, squeeze students harder not like they already choosing between rent and ramen. Will guerrilla radio called the science department lecturers beyond awful. And honey, when multiple people say exams are botched, you know it's not a flukate, a feature. Incompetence so bold it's almost impressive. Frank Sinatra, not that one, sadly painted the vibrant student life. Near empty lectures, spice dealers outside dorms, and assignments that vanish into the ether like a Snapchat message. If you care about your future, run. This place is where ambition goes to nap permanently. Joanne Bond's costume course broke her. Literally, tutors told her she didn't have the right attitude when she begged for help. Translation. We can't be bothered, so she left an author dream stomped out by sheer institutional apathy. And SGS open day disaster. A staff member dinged their car and the uni's response. Talk to the police, sweaty 3, no accountability. No decency, just a middle finger wrapped in bureaucracy. Kate Bradley called it, they hate anyone who isn't young, rich, and effortlessly perfect. Disabilities, poor people, you. They want starry.
Okay, so I was looking into things near Arts University Bournemouth, just because it's kind of depressing, honestly, what goes on. Businesses around here, especially the little gift shops near the university, they seem really friendly, like overly so. And that's how it starts often. There were a few reports, not like huge official things, but enough. Tourists coming to visit someone at Arts University Bournemouth, they go into these shops for souvenirs, right? And the shopkeepers would wrap the item really nicely, really fast. Then they run the card machine and show a total, and somehow the final amount on the receipt was always higher. Always. Like £5 or £10 extra. Oh, a mistake, they say, all innocent. But it wasn't a mistake. It happened to 4 different people in a month, you know how it goes. They probably felt bad arguing, tourists wanna be polite, so they just paid. The shopkeepers, they definitely kept doing it, probably got a bit bolder each time. They got away with it, Probably bought themselves a nice dinner with all that extra money. Then, the phone accessory shops near Wallasdown Road, pretty popular with the Arts University Bournemouth students. Obviously, they were tricky. They'd sell phone cases and screen protectors, but the tempered glass was just regular plastic. Really cheap plastic. Tourists thinking they were getting a good deal, protecting their phones for the holiday, then their phone screen smashes on day 2. I bet they were furious. They probably left a bad review online, but who checks those? The shop just keeps selling the same flimsy stuff. It's just sad. There were these vintage clothing shops too near the student area. They de-advertised genuine vintage stuff, but things were often inspired by, like a jacket that looked like a 70s design but was made last week. I heard someone bought a vintage leather bag, got back home, noticed the stitching was all wrong, and realized it was just cheap PU leather. They probably felt so silly, definitely didn't bother trying to return it, too much hassle. The shop owner, they probably just laughed and put another vintage fake on the rack. It's just exhausting.
The dark side of businesses near Arts University Bournemouth. Businesses near Arts University Bournemouth. Oh, where do we begin? If you're expecting charm, efficiency, or even basic competence, lower those expectations. This area is a masterclass in disappointment. From parking scams to food that makes you question reality, let's just say optimism is not recommended here. Parking. More like paying for punishment. Parking near Arts University Bournemouth is less about convenience and more about financial traps. Castlepoint Shopping Centre is the prime offender. What should be a simple shopping trip turns into a £60 fine if you dare stay longer than 4 hours. And no, they won't warn you. The signs, hidden like government secrets, the logic. Spend money in our stores but also give us more money for the privilege. One poor soul took their mother-in-law Christmas shopping only to get slapped with a fine because nothing says holiday spirit like a surprise bill. Yoga, more like Yona. If you thought yoga studios were places of peace, think again. Yoga Lounge Bournemouth redefines stressful experience. Moldy carpets, the stench of rotten feet baked into the floor, and instructors with the warmth of a tax auditor. One visitor described the teacher as aggressive, which, last we checked, isn't a vibe you want when trying to relax. Then there's the £1 yoga mat fee, which they'll chase you for like a loan shark, even if they never told you about it. Hygiene optional. Customer service. A myth. Thai food, more like cry food. Tiien Thai restaurant proves that awards mean nothing. Raw chicken dishes missing key ingredients like cashew nuts in cashew nut dishes, bold choice, and wait times so long you could fly to Bangkok and back. One diner waited an hour for starters, another hour for mains, only to get tofu that tasted like regret. And when they complained, the manager's solution was to throw cold cashews on top like a culinary band-aid. Authentic Thai. More like authentic tragedy. Vegan dining. More like vegan whining. 12 Eatery is where good intentions go to die. Gluten-free diners, tricked into thinking they could eat safely only to be served frozen Yorkshire puddings. The food. Described as glue-like stodge with the texture of despair. Prices, steakhouse level for what tastes like a science experiment gone wrong. And if it's your birthday, don't expect them to care even if you told them in advance. Beach vibes. More like beach crimes. Aruba restaurant and bar promises tropical relaxation, delivers tropical disaster. Food poisoning, check. Overpriced drinks with no alcohol, check. Staff who ignore you like you're a ghost, double check. One guest found chewing gum on their seat, another discovered a unpleasant surprises in the bathroom. And if you lose something, they'll accuse you of being on drugs instead of checking the cameras. Classy. Gym life. More like gym strife. PureGym Bournemouth, the triangle is where fitness dreams go to die. Loud music blasting like a nightclub, broken machines left unfixed for months, and staff so unhelpful they might as well be mannequins. Pay extra for water, sure, if the hydration station works, which it never does. New members pay half what loyal ones do because loyalty here is punished.